Here we are at 30925 Schools Past Cheltenham. As you can see, here's its nameplate. Originally built for Southern. 5 passenger. And it was built in 1934. It was designed by Mansell, and it was built at Eastleigh Railway Works. It's in its British Railway colours.
Take some pictures on the phone.
And we can go up there and have a look in its cab. There's its timber. That's where the coal used to go, and there's the entrance into its boiler. Here is 82 Box Hill. This was built in the 1880s. As you can see here, it was built at Brighton for the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. It's a tank engine this. We'll have a look inside here. Thomas Hatcher was the driver. And here we go, South Coast Railway. Here we have a class 26. This worked Manchester to Sheffield via the Woodhead lines. And as we come over here, we're into proper theme now. So here we have a replica of the Rocket, the first steam engine ever built by Robert Stephenson and trialled not far from here on the Stockton and Darlington Railway. This one was built for the Liverpool and Manchester Railway in 1829. Then we go here to one for the Shut End Colliery Railway in Staffordshire. Also built in 1829 in Stourbridge. Come round here, we've got Furness Railway number 3. And there is this engine used to be parked up in Barrow Station, and during the Second World War, when Barrow was hit by the bullets, it actually sustained damage, as we can see here. This was also had the nickname Copper Knob, as we can see. It was designed by a man called Edward Berry. You can actually still see one of these running on the Lakeside and Haverworth Railway. They've got Furness Railway 20. And as you can see here is some more damage here from when it was hit by a bomb. And if we come over here, we have a tram wagon from the early 19th century. This was built for the Peak Forest Canal tramway. And if we come here, we've got a Cramlington Colliery Chaldron coal wagon, built in 1826 for Cramlington Colliery in Northumberland. As we look up here, got nameplates of locomotives. The headboard ones you can see just up there, they were on the front of the locomotive for the name of that route it was pulling. Then we've got a tramway truck from 1826, built in Leicestershire for the Belvoir Castle Tramway. Got some more nameplates up there. Hurricane, Britannia, Springbok, Old Contemptibles, 1914, August 5th to November the 22nd, Exeter. Then you've got the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry, Earl of Mount Edgecombe, Mars, Camelot. Got another Schools Cross plate up there, Eton, North Eastern, City of Derby, Ark Royal, which was off a Class 42 or Class 43 warship. And we've got the Royal Scot, Talesman, built in April 1920 by the Lancashire and North Western. Well, that's the London and North Western Railway Company, built at Crewe Works. And as we come around here, we've got a Honda truck from around 1560. This is the replica, built in Whaley Bridge in 1986. And in here we have the Flying Scotsman VR experience. And here we have a Stratford and Morton wagon, built by the Stratford and Morton Tramway in Warwickshire. Then we've got a engine working board, and as we come around here, even more name boards from very famous routes all over the country. And as we come down, we've got more name boards and numbers from locomotives. And here, this wheel is a Blenkinsop wheel from 1812, and it was built by John Blenkinsop and Matthew Murray. It was for hauling coal up steep slopes and which was difficult for locomotives. With smooth metal wheels, engineers in the early 19th century wrestled with the problem of how to stop them slipping or breaking the wheels underneath them due to their weight. And as we come here, we've got a carriage. This is a narrow gauge carriage from 1898. This is probably going to be restored at some point, but obviously there's no plan yet. The Linton and Barnstaple Railway connected the Devon and Somerset Railway to coastal resorts of Linton and Lynmouth. The line was closed by Southern Railway in 1935. Local people bought many of the carriages to use as sheds or summer homes. This one was a summer house in the Vicar of Clanborough's garden, where it stayed until the 1980s, which is frozen in time. It was built by the Bristol Carriage and Wagon Works in 1898. So as we come around here, got the great GNR Railway number 1. This was built, the Great Northern Railway, 1817 Doncaster. Here we've got another replica of the rocket.
This is a 1934 replica of the rocket.
This So the 1829 rocket, this is a 1934 replica. Back to this one here, number 1. It's a Stirling Signal number 1, designed by Patrick Stirling. Here we've got the Hippopotamus class, 1275, 1874. It's an open cab, like most of the early ones are. And it's got the particularly long boiler, as we can see here. This was built by Glasgow Locomotive Works in 1874, number 708. Here we've got a Great Western goods wagon. This is a Mink G van, built in 1931. Then here, we've got another Great Northern Railway. This is number 990, called Henry Oakley. Built in 1898 by Henry Ivett. Here, this is a tender from the 9F, what we're seeing in a minute. Then we've got an LMS milk wagon, United Dairies milk tank from 1937. And here we've got a narrow gauge Festiniog railway loco, built in 1885. This is called Livingston Thompson and Farley's Pattern. As you can see, it's got 2 chimneys, because the boiler runs right through both sides. If we just go here, we have some more railway plaques and names. This one, what you can see here, City of Wales West Country class, that is currently in steam at the East Lancashire Railway in Bury. We come round here, this mighty engine here, the LMS one, the Duchess of Hamilton. This was the competitor to the LNER's number 4 A4 stock. As you can see, this one is streamlined. This was re-streamlined in 2009. This one. LMS London, Midland and Scottish, LNER London North Eastern Railway, GWR Great Western Railway and SR Southern Railway. They were the big 4 from 1924 to 1948 when the railway was nationalised. This here is an Eastern Counties Railway carriage, built in 1851 at Stratford Works in London. Unfortunately, we cannot see the 9F today, but it's behind this board. Unfortunately. But we can have a look at it here. Evening Style's the last steam locomotive built for British Rail. In 1960, it was earmarked for preservation from the day it was started being built. Here we've got an 1874 Bratex, built by Hawthorne and Co in Gateshead. Here this engine cut open. This is 30529 off, I think. This is Elland Line, built in 1949. 35029, built by Oliver Bullard. This engine, when it was bought, was thought it was in worse condition than it actually was. That's why it was cut open to use as an exhibition. But as they cut it open, they realised it weren't as bad as first thought. This engine was bought direct from Scott Yard in 1974. More than likely Barry Woodhams and Son. And as we come round here, we have an A4 LNER with its diameter car. This diameter car was the one what it had attached in 1938 when it did its record-breaking run up the East Coast Railway, the East Coast Main Line, when it reached 126 miles an hour. Which is still a record set to this day. This is a picture of the Crew when it broke its world steam record. This is a 4468, an original blue. As you can see, driver J. Dullington and fireman T. Bray. August 2012, that is the last time this engine moved under its own, and it's a fake illusion, its own power. It was actually an illusion done by an engine next to it to make it look like it was producing its own steam. As we can see here, there is a clock. Here is its nameplate Mallard. A4. Look at that steam line front. I have actually ridden behind one of these. That was a 60009 Union of South Africa when it was at the East Coast Railway. Here we've got D8000, a diesel shunter, class 20, built in 1957 by British Rail. Here it is from the front. There is its British Royal livery. D8000, also known as number 20050. Here we've got a class 47. Prince William. This was a royal train, royal locomotive. This pulled the royals. This is number 47798, built in 1965. In 1995, it was renamed Prince William and dedicated for use on the royal train. As you can see there, Prince William. Had a max speed of 95 miles an hour. Here we've got a Freightliner flat wagon container brake van, built in 1971 for British Rail Engineering Limited. Here we've got a third class Southern Railway carriage. You can see. And here, got a Class 84 diesel loco. And here we've got part of a Eurostar. Got a Eurostar cab here. This is the Intercity Express Passengers Train, an IEP, built in 2013 by Hitachi Rail Europe. The cab of the Eurostar is here, with a piece of the tunnel. Then here we have Class 43. 253001 for Kenneth Grange. This is a HFT power car. And as we look over here, we have more nameplates of locomotive. Such as Lord Nelson, Drake, Sir Francis Drake, Remembrance, City Manchester, best locomotive in the world, I'm biased. That was a Duchess class. As we come in here, we have Model Railway, the Black 5, an O gauge with a standard 4 at the back. With 4472 over there. A 3F here pulling a goods train. This Model Railway operates 7 hours each day for 362 days in a year. It's run 82,000 hours since 1988. As we come out here, we have the Japanese bullet train. One of, if not the fastest locomotive in the world. We'll just come up to show you inside because we can actually walk through this. So we come up this ramp here, you can see it in its blue and white livery. Another fun fact about here, this had the biggest wheel drop in the north until it was taken out and replaced by Wonderland. The first time I visited this museum, we actually saw Flying Scotsman in pieces, 4472. And the next time we saw it was on a low loader in its wartime black with 103 and 502 numbers on it, going to Riley's Engineering in Bury. So as we come through, this is the guard's cabin, crew cabin on this side. Nice comfy seats. Got a video playing of the route it used to take. Then if we come down the stairs, we have the South East and Chatham Railway D-Class 737 built at Ashford Works. And on this side we have a Great Western number 4. Then this big engine here is the heaviest locomotive ever built. This was made by the British and it was sent to the Chinese National Railways. Then it made its way back here, and as we can see now, it is in the museum for us all to see. Just look how big it is and everything. It's massive, this engine. Then here we have number 390, which is a different engine. This is number 390, South African Railway. Here we've got a Stainlaw Summit, height of 1,370 feet. We've got another Merchant Navy class, Orient Line. These Merchant Navy class and West Coast Country class were the locomotives what was used to take folk from London down to the south coast to board their cruise ships. Then we've got the Gulfland, the Home Guard, Bombay. Then we have Spitfire, Battle of Britain class. That was 34066, which was going to be preserved, but it was found to be in too bad of condition. Then we've got a bench here from Chester Station. And if we come around here, there is a few more items to see in this main part. Then we'll go into the back part. Then we'll go over the road into Station Hall and see over there. Since Station Hall's been reopened, I haven't been over there, so we're seeing this together, the next part. We've got Pullman car, Topaz, built by Birmingham Carriage Works. You can actually look inside this one. Just look how posh it is inside the room. Then as we come down here, we've got Weatherall's winding engine. Then we saw the first class carriage over there. Nice comfy seats. This was an original third class cabin. Open air. These carriages from the Bodmin and Wadebridge Railway, they are the oldest, most complete set of carriages in the world. They show the difference between the class of travel. So this is third class, second class, and then we get to second class, third class, second class. Turntable here, built by John Boyden, co-engineers in Annan, Scotland, with the class 26 again, built at Dalton Works in 1951. Come here, we've got carriages from the Liverpool and Manchester Railway, 2 of. And a statue of John Stevenson, the father of the railways.